So a company is looking to do more with AI. What role should the CISO play in this? And let's try to be a little specific. Like, say, maybe a company's adding AI agents instead of their customer service agents, for example. Like, what do you think?
So I can basically kind of regurgitate some of the guidance that we provide our clients. The first thing is data classification. If you don't know where your most important data is, then trying to apply AI against non-structured data without the data maps is going to become very difficult, because you need to have that really well-defined workflow for the repetition and the automation. The second thing that we have frequent conversations about is executives get really frustrated that people just go in and just go into AI and ask it all kinds of questions. And my only question is, did you provide them the guidance that tells them what they can and what they cannot do when it comes to AI? So there's some technical, you can blacklist, you can do, right, you can do some restrictive things there. But at the end of the day, especially with BYOD devices, for God's sakes, there's only so much that you can do to control. So what are we left with at that point? At that point, we're left with education and awareness, right? That constant message that says, look, do not put my client information. We use AI at Klever Compliance. Every document we put in redacted for that client. We're under an NDA. Because what I know is that data set for that AI tool is sitting in some data center somewhere. I don't know the access controls. I don't know the backup controls. I don't know who's reading this stuff, right? I don't know any of that. So very classic case, Otter AI back in the day, situation between the executive and the salesperson, constant phone calls, well, not constant, every so often, right? Just keeping an update on each other. The Otter AI was brought into the meeting, took notes. Discussion topics were very, very sensitive many times. The reorgs and the financial posture and who's the bitch in the office and, how many headcount do you have open? Like all kinds of very, very specific company information. Well, no one ever asked where that data was getting stored. The data got hacked. And now all of a sudden, that company's deepest, darkest secrets are out in the black web. Executive gets pulled into the CEO's office. Why are you talking about us? What are you talking about? I'm not saying anything to anybody. So whose liability is it? And that's what that lawsuit was about, right? So because the assumption was by the company that brought in or allowed the AI tool was that everybody does all the right things all the time. And in reality, that data storage usually sits in the cheapest place in the furthest away corner of the world, as long as it's cheaper. And you don't know what kind of controls are in place protecting that data of yours.